roll them. So tonight with these talks, let's be proactive and have synergistic work that leads to a deep dive and a paradigm shift using our best of breed Six Sigma that will likely go viral. And we'll count on a robust ideation in order to improve our core competencies and make sure that it's all scalable, and then we will pivot. So what's next in the lineup of buzzwords? I fear that it is design thinking, which is what we're talking about here today. And once the business people get a hold of it, usually it gets squeezed and devoid of all real meaning. Has anybody ever heard of design thinking? Failing fast? Right. Well, it turns out that design thinking, simply put, is thinking like a designer, which means you're going to add value to people's lives and communicate important things, and that can either be through the arts to enrich people's lives, or engineering and produce products that can improve their lot. And who thinks this way? Well, I do, and I recommend that you do too. And I'm Michael Larson, one of the LPMR chairs here, and I can talk about design thinking because I have created medical devices and board games and consumer products of various kinds. I have 7 patents and 6 more that are pending, so I know something about creating things that add value. And the nice thing about design thinking is it's something that can be applied to any problem, not just those that I mentioned. So it is a very powerful technique. The problem is it does have limitations that are often overlooked. And since there's design thinking, obviously there must be other kinds of thinking too, and those include scientific thinking, critical thinking, strategic thinking, tactical thinking, ethical thinking, different perspectives that can come to bear on a problem, and it's not always design thinking is going to solve all of our problems. So it's a powerful tool, but in no way a panacea, and you have to know when to apply the right thing. And I'm afraid that in the buzzword meltdown that it will become kind of thought of as a cure-all for everything, and it isn't, and in the process I don't want you thinking it has no value, because it is very valuable. And the hard part about all of this is that it isn't easy. Because of its connection to creativity, we often think of it as being somehow soft. And it isn't just slap some post-it notes on a wall and check the box that we've done our design thinking, and that's that. So there are certain distinguishing features that need to be done to truly be design thinking and not just doing something better. The first one of those, it is highly intuitive. It relies on your intuition based on practical and applied knowledge that you've gathered. It separates it from the scientific method that doesn't jump straight to being creative and prototyping. The one that gets me is this failing fast. And I would say not so fast, because words have meaning. And in fact, we need to tell our business colleagues that I do not think that word means what you think it means. And if we look up in the dictionary under fail, what you find, Webster says fail is to be unsuccessful in something, and to tell someone they should fail is inconceivable. So that was supposed to be funny. What is meant is iterating with practical prototypes. And Edison did not create the light bulb by failing 30,000 times. What he did was succeed by prototyping 3,000 times. And we need not get these things messed up and tell people, oh yeah, I'm successful because I failed. So how the process typically is portrayed is a linear method of empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. In my experience, how people normally do this is they love the idea part, but the prototyping and testing gets skipped, which is that hard part. This is how design actually happens in the real world, and the way to get to innovation is to go through a very messy, iterative process with multiple prototypes, and that's the part, again, that is essential but usually missed. So let's get rid of all of that, and I only had 5 minutes, so if you want to learn more, contact me at mlarson@uccs.edu. Thank you.